Hey everybody, Rick here. I've been getting a few requests to get some video of my garden. Everybody really seems to be impressed with it. I mean, I like it a lot. So that's what I'm going to do. So we're going to walk out here to my garden and I'll point out a few different things to you. So I had to put this fence up because I have a slight rabbit issue, but they've seemed to make their way through the fence as well. But look like they hit my radish too. Anyway, these here, this entire row was all radish at one time, and I planted these right here. This is a white radish, and they were coming up really good, but I'm seeing some of the heads chewed off right there, so it looked like the rabbit's starting to get me again. Here, this is where I had some more radish. Anyway, Kenzie and I planted a plant called mescaline. Anyway, it's that really colorful salad lettuce. Here, let me step in here real quick. It's that really colorful salad lettuce. That's it right there, if you can see that. And it started popping up the other day. So looking forward to that coming on in. It's looking really good. So it's all over the place. These here are my beets. This next row. These are the beets. They're actually ready to pick. I've just been kind of lazy about getting a lot of them. I'll get to it though. Yeah, here's a good one. So that's a nice beet right there. So I'll pick those. One thing my wife does is she'll cook up, she cooked up the radish leaves, sauteed them in some olive oil, and we eat those for breakfast and, you know, just whenever. They're actually pretty good. She does the same thing with the beet greens too. And I am really enjoying those. Okay. Over here, these are my turnip greens, and they still have a little ways to go. Let me see down here, see if we have any turnips that are ready. No, they still like they have a ways to get there. I'm gonna pick one. Oh, come here. So yeah, that's still pretty small right now, but it's getting there. And obviously, you can eat turnip greens, so we'll do that too. Here, I'm so proud of these guys. These are my collards. So I had a few issues with bugs, but they seem to be lightening up a little bit now with all the holes, because they were eating all of them a while ago. But yeah, that's my row of collards right here. And over here, this is that okra. This is that boss okra that I've been posting up. So I'm picking these about, say these are ready already. I just picked some day before yesterday, and I see these are already ready to pick again. And these were just a little bitty things. These things grow so quick. But yeah, these are my okra plants. They're turning out really good. They're turning out really good also. Here, I actually planted a small roll of Swiss chard. I just did that a couple weeks ago. It's not germinating. I'm not sure if it's actually going to pick up or not, but we'll see. So, and here, this is where it starts to get kind of crazy. I have this is cucumbers. I planted some, but they didn't germinate. So I planted, these are some organic cucumbers, and they've already run, but I'm not seeing, there's a whole lot of blooms out here. So when they start producing, it's probably going to be a madhouse of cucumbers out here, and definitely looking forward to that. All right, over here, I got to step around the side of the garden. Yeah, I can't distinguish my rows anymore. But this here, this is that squash that I've been picking. I think I put up a few pictures of them. Oh, let me see if we got any in here. I know there's some a little further down. Let me see if there's any in this. Oh, there's one. Is it ready? Yeah, that's ready. That's a squash right there. So I'll probably pick maybe 30, 40 of those already. And I need to trim these back because, oh, there's another one. That's not quite ready yet though. And I'll give it a couple more days. Here, these are my mustard greens. And I need to trim my squash leaves back a little bit because they're starting to overtake those, but they're troopers. So they're hanging on there real good. There's another one. Yeah, that's what I like about coming out here on a daily basis. I'm always finding surprises. Let me step. Okay, I got to be real careful here because this row is taking over big time, but this is cantaloupe. And I came out one day and I actually stepped on one. I had no idea that they were actually producing yet. And yeah, there's one. So these are my cantaloupe. There's about 20 of them in here. There's another one. And those are almost ready. So amongst all this stuff here, that's all cantaloupe. And here's some more squash back up in here. So like I said, this whole row was squash, but I put a bunch of stuff that started running together. Oh, that one's huge. I put a bunch of stuff that started running together. And here along this fence line, I had green beans and peas. Anyhow, I picked all the peas. I pulled the roots out, and then I replanted some green beans, and I see they're actually starting to sprout right there. So they're gonna come on up. And further down here, these are some more green beans. Ugh, gotta be careful, I don't want to step on any more cantaloupe. So my green beans are actually ready too. Let's see if I can find some. Oh, here's some. So those are my green beans, and I've picked a whole lot of those. Those are turning out really, really good. This is Nino Brown. He watches over my garden. Yeah, I think I got some renegade rabbits though, and they don't really care. They already know he's fake. So I told my kids I was gonna shoot the rabbits during the winter, and they was like, "No, Daddy, no." So, and they've even named one of them Chestnut. He's a fat little guy. I have a bird feeder in the front of my house, and so I guess I can't shoot those, but oh well. So the garden's turning out really good. This right here, that is broccoli. I'm not getting any sprouts from it, but obviously you can use the leaves too. So I'll go with it about that route. Over here is acorn squash. They're running big time. There's a bunch of blooms on them, but I'm not seeing any acorn squash yet. But it's probably only a matter of time for that. Okay, here's where the madness happens. Let me see if I can get over here. Oh boy. Oh, hang on, Nino. I just hit my owl. Okay, this right here. This is watermelon. And when I planted it, I wasn't expecting it to go this crazy. And it's pretty much, this used to be right here, this used to be a row that I could walk up and down. I had planted some spinach there twice, but nothing ever germinated. So I'll show you what I did in just a second. And it was really late in the season, but yeah, these are all watermelon plants. There's about 40 of them there. So if they each produce 2 or 3 watermelon, I'm gonna be calling a lot of neighbors and friends and stuff to come and get some of this stuff, because you know, my dad said this looks like a community garden. That's what it seems to turn out to be. But this is all my acorn squash. It's running this way. The watermelon is running this way. And probably 2 weeks ago, I decided to give up on the spinach, but I put some pumpkin seeds out here, and this is those right there. That's a pumpkin, and there's probably about 12 of them in here. I hope they can make it amongst all this stuff, because at this point it's just out of control, and I'm just gonna let stuff grow and just kind of do what it does. But yeah, this is my squash. It's actually starting to push onto the fence now. Hang on one second. Need to step over the fence. So yeah, all my stuff. This is a watermelon. It's actually starting to push on upside the fence. See, this is actually on my neighbor's property line now. And this is all the watermelon. It done just crawled outside of the fence. Pushing over here near the cable boxes and whatever these things are here. So this is actually on my neighbor's property now. So Mike, don't cut the watermelon. You know, half of these are probably for you anyway, all right? So that's those. These are my sunflowers. So I planted these on the outside of the fence, not really expecting too much from them, but this one here, I think it's growing 3 or 4 inches a day. So I'm 6'2", and let me stand right next to it. See if you can see it. So it's probably about 6'6", 6'7", somewhere right there now. So they got little bitty heads on them. I don't know if you can see that because I got my camera up. So there's little bitty heads on them. So hopefully they'll start breaking one day. And then on the back side here, I put some corn in between the rows, and that's kind of what's happening with them. I mean, they're coming up really nice also. So actually they may be ready. I'm not sure. They look kind of skinny, so I'm gonna hold off a little bit longer on those. And these here, everything that's in a cage, these are my tomatoes. And then I got 6 different varieties. Big Boy, I forget the names of them there. I got them posted there at the bottom, but they're all hidden. But I planted them all in the cages, and so these are those fried green tomatoes I've been doing lately. The bugs got to some of them, but I'll just cut that part off and just fry them up. So that's another kind of tomato. This one, it didn't grow tall like that one on the end, but it's starting to spread out. Actually, these next 2 of them. So, and there's some more tomatoes. More tomatoes down in there. And some more tomatoes here. Now, there's one that's turning. It looks like that's about ready. You can see if I can pick that. Yeah, I'll pick them as they start to turn, because obviously they'll continue to turn red. Bugs got that one a little bit. That's alright, we'll cut that part on out. Okay. So there was another one down there. I'll get it in a minute. And some more of my tomato plants. So everything's producing. So there's probably about 100 or so tomatoes out here right now at any given time. And this one produces big time. All that there. So anywho, that's my garden. Hope you guys like it. People ask me about it, and you know, I pretty much attribute it to, I come out and I talk to my garden every day. You know, I tell it I appreciate it, and you know, take good care of it. Obviously, I mean, I water it about every other day or so. My cucumber leaves actually tell me when I need to water it, because these leaves right here, they'll actually start getting kind of droopy. And then I'll water for about an hour, and you know, not 30 minutes later, they're back alive, vibrant, and all that stuff there. So that's that. I think, yep, that's pretty much it. So thank you for looking at my video. Me and Nino Brown. We say thank you too. So positive energy, high vibrations, Peace.